Welcome back to Wise Men Company, everyone. Ben here, and today we're going to talk about belt setups. Belts, battle belts, range belts, whatever kind of belt you want to call it. Belts are a very personal layout selection. They're a very personal item. They're tailored for what you need. Today you're going to look at two of my belt setups. By no means am I trying to say like, oh, you need to have this or don't have that. This is what works for me. I've come to the conclusion that these two belt setups cover all my mission sets. We're going to look at the details of them, what's on them in a little bit. But first, let's talk about belts in general. What you should look for in a belt. I run an inner-outer belt. And what that means is there is an inner belt. This is what loops. This is what I thread through my belt loop. My belt loops on my shorts or pants. And it has the female portion, the soft, fuzzy portion of Velcro. So I weave this through my belt loops, cinch it down, and it's tight and flat around my waist. The outer belt, like you see here, is what holds all the stuff. That belt wraps over top of that inner belt and then buckles with some sort of heavy-duty buckle. In this case, I have a Cobra buckle on here. Cobra buckles are really durable. They're actually invented for hang gliding. They have these tabs on them that when you push them at the same time allow you to unbuckle the belt. They can withstand and hold a substantial amount of weight. Cobra buckles. They make these in a variety of sizes and colors. Back to the outer belt. The outer belt holds all the stuff. The inside of that outer belt has the male portion that sticks to that inner belt. So it doesn't slide around, doesn't move, it holds it in place. This belt still needs to be tight around that inner belt, just like your inner belt needs to be tight around your waist, so there's not play or movement. Now, that's a style of belt, inner outer. There are padded belts out there. That was the original, like, popularized style, padded belts, which just literally lay around your hips. They have some grippy, soft material on the inside of it that kind of mitigates slippage or sliding on your hips. Padded belts with a rubber inside. Those were popular for a long, long time. They're kind of big, kind of bulky. You still see them around. Not a bad option. They're really quick and easy to put on and off. Don't need to have that inner belt on. You can literally throw it over top of whatever belt you're wearing at the time, or no belt. If you just run around in athletic shorts, are crying out loud, it should work as long as it's tight around your hips. Another option I don't recommend is just having your everyday carry belt threaded through your shorts or pants and then clipping on pouches or holsters as needed. If we're talking about an overt setup or like a range setup, clipping all that stuff on and getting it in the same placement every time can be challenging. It takes a lot of work. I just like to have a belt set up, ready to go, that I can strap on when I need it. So those are a few different styles. You got to figure out what works for you. It's very personal, again, for whatever your needs are. My belts were made by Lunar Concepts. They're one-offs. Mooney over at Lunar Concepts is a friend of mine. We've known each other a long time. He's helped me out. He has made me some belts. You cannot buy these belts. If you want some recommendations on good belt companies, I would go check out Wilder Tactical. Those guys are awesome over there. They make belts and accessories for on those belts. One-stop shop. Wilder Tactical. Some other belt companies you could check out: Velocity Systems, AXL, Blue Alpha Gear. There's a lot of great belt companies out there. You got to find out what works best for you. All different price points, all different capabilities, different materials. Again, like I said in the beginning of this video, this is a very personal piece of kit. Got to figure out what works best for you. When we're talking about belts, I would not put pieces of gear on your belt just to put them on there. Everything should have a role. Everything should be a need or a mission critical item. I like to stick to these categories when we're talking about belts. Ammo, which would include your handgun ammo, your rifle ammo, a handgun, a gun, medical, and then tools or items you might need out in the field that are just very, very important. Tools being like multi-tool, knife, little flathead screwdrivers for adjusting sights. That would be the tool category. Some other things you might want to carry on that belt, but might not be a necessity, would be things like batteries or water. Those are going to depend on what you're doing. If you're going to the range for a day, you probably don't need something like batteries immediately available on your belt. You can have those in a bag or something, or water. You could have that off to the side or in a backpack. If you're making a belt that needs to carry that stuff, it's probably for a very, again, different mission set. So when we're talking about categories of need, ammo, medical, tools, that's what I use my belt for. Those are the needs, those are the critical items that I have to have on the belt. Everything else is extra, or I need to add on if I'm doing something more than what I would normally do on a range. Try not to get kicked off YouTube here. So like I said in the beginning of the video, I have two different belts. Both these are made by Lunar Concepts. Both are inner-outer belts, but they are very different in what they hold or carry for me. Let's start with the first one. The first one is my minimalist belt, and it is a 1.75-inch wide belt going over an inner belt, and it has MOLLE slots on it. And on this belt, I'm going to carry two pistol mag pouches from G-Code. Great pouches. Their size, you can adjust the size on them, you can adjust the retention on them, and they have kind of like a rubber texture to them, so they really hold those mags in place. And then I will have a rifle mag pouch. This is also a G-Code pouch. It is adjustable. It holds mags very firmly in place, and I can really cinch them down or open up that mag pouch if I need to carry something a little bit bigger, like a 7.62x39 AK mag, or whatever it is. I can open it up a little bit if I need to carry a larger mag. For the most part, it carries AR-15 mags, and it does a great job of doing that. As we move around from there, I have a dump pouch. It's a chute. It's called a chute. It's from Lunar Concepts, also sold on our website, variety of colors. This is a very minimalist dump pouch that once stuff goes into them, it doesn't bounce out of them. It's got kind of like a one-way mouth unless you're really intentional on trying to get those mags or whatever you put in that dump pouch out. That dump pouch comes with a shock cord that wraps around your leg as a leg harness, so it's not flopping around on you. And if you're not using it, it rolls up really nicely and closes up, so it's out of the way. It's a chute, it's a dump pouch. This one is in wolf gray. As we move to the other side, you're going to see a tourniquet. This is the medical portion. On all my belts, you will find a tourniquet. That is like the immediate thing I would need if you need to cut off circulation on an arm or a leg because of a bullet hole or a big cut or something, whatever it is. Tourniquet is a key item. It's that medical category that I talked about. That's going to be on my belt. So a tourniquet is there. That is just a cat tourniquet. I can get to it with my right hand. I can get to it with my left hand. It's a little bit more of a reach, but it's definitely doable. Tourniquet is something you will always see on my belt. Continuing over, you'll see a small little multicam pouch. This is my tool little pouch. So I'll have some extra things in there. The flathead screwdrivers we talked about, a multi-tool, some lubricant, things like that. Just some essentials that I might need on the range where I don't have to run to a bag or run back to my car to get. It's just already on my belt. I frequently use those things. It's just in a tiny little pouch right next to the tourniquet holder. Moving forward, got a Safariland holster on their belt mounting system. Drops that holster down a little bit so it's not quite parallel with my hips or belt line. It drops it down, makes it a little bit more comfortable, easier to get to. And that is going to have a leg strap or a thigh strap as well. Keeps that holster from flapping around when you're running or jumping over barricades, obstacles, etc. I like the Safariland holsters because they have active retention. Nothing's going to bounce out of them unless I engage that button and pull the gun out. The holster actually attaches to the belt mounting system using the fork. That fork allows you to quickly swap out holsters if you need to, and put whatever holster you need on, or take that holster off, put on a different belt. So the fork, the QLS fork system, is a nice touch for your belt if you need to swap around holsters frequently. All right, guys, so that's it for my minimalist, more range duty setup. Just carrying some essentials, nothing crazy there. It's probably the belt I use most of the time. let's talk about the next belt. This belt is a little bit more heavy duty, carries more stuff. Would be like my field belt. Let's take a look at that right now. So we kind of looked at this in the beginning when I was demoing the inner outer. This is a inner outer that is also padded. So this is from Lunar Concepts. Cool concept. There is a thick, rigid 1.75 belt that threads through the padded part, and I can attach stuff to that belt, and then the padded portion also has a molly section where I can molly things onto it. As you can see, this is a very different setup. There is no pistol mags up front. Oh my gosh, what am I going to do when I need to speed load a pistol quickly? Well, I probably won't. I do have a spare pistol mag in the back there, but I prioritized rifle mags on this belt. So again, this is my field belt. This is the belt I use out in the world, out in the wilds of America, for whatever reason that might be. This belt is going to prioritize rifle mags. So 3 rifle mags on it. That's 90 rounds if I run 30s. I could obviously put a P40 in here and plus up a little bit. The pouches on here are from Wilder Tactical. Great Kydex pouches with that adjustability shot cord on there. Hold mags very nice and tight. Go check out Wilder Tactical. Those guys are really cool over there. They're over in North Carolina, doing good stuff. Again, their belts are good. Their accessories for belts are awesome. Go check those guys out. Wilder Tactical rifle pouches. This one's green. This one's tan. I don't really care about color coordination. I just don't. I'm going to rip this stuff up and get it dirty anyway. Moving back, we have a Jasta pouch. This has been on the channel before. Did a review on this. We actually have an insert for it sold on our website. Great pouch because it maximizes space on your belt. So in the back of the pouch, we have the insert where I can run a rifle mag and a pistol mag. This is a Lunar Concepts product sold on our website. It's made out of Tigris. Just goes on the inside. It's an insert. And then the Jasta pouch, if you don't know, is an actual pouch. So it's a rather large pouch. You can stick whatever you want in here. I used it for medical for a while. Now I use it for tools and things, water bottle, extra medical. Again, it's a very generous sized pouch that you can stick all sorts of stuff in there. Snacks, great for holding snacks. The Jasta pouch, JSTA pouch, sold over at Spirit Systems. The insert we sell on our website. So 3 mags, pistol mag, and actually I have another pistol mag inside of this pouch just in case of emergencies. But this is kind of my auxiliary pouch for stuffing things in. Right behind it, another dump pouch, just like the other belt. This dump pouch is in Ranger Green. It's a chute, sold on our website. Chute, C-H-U-T-E. It's got shot cord on it, so you can strap it down to your thigh. Moving along here, TQ, and that is just shot cord into the molly. Really easy to get. Just pull her on out, and you got a tourniquet there. It's a cat tourniquet. Over here is a medical pouch from IC13. This is a cool medical pouch. You can get these on his website. Pull the strap, pull down, and all of your medical comes out of it, folds open, and you can use what you need out of it. It is a minimalist medical pouch, so it's not going to hold a ton of stuff, but it'll hold all your essentials. Chest seals, gauze, quick clot, chem lights, Israeli bandages. It'll hold the essentials, not a lot of it, ones of each, and it'll be enough for like a little blowout kit. But a cool design, doesn't take up much space, takes up 2 columns of molly, and it's really easy to get to. And then the next pouch over, it says TQ. I haven't changed that yet, but it's actually a multi-tool pouch, and I just have a Leatherman in here. This is their Mutt, big heavy-duty multi-tool. Use this a ton, and it just kind of sits in there. Great product. Should always have a multi-tool nearby. So useful. I would take a multi-tool over a fixed blade any day of the week, but in this case, I have both. Fixed blade on here. This is my butter knife for butter and bread. It's actually a bushcrafting knife, and yeah, I've had this thing forever. It's great. It's got a flint or a steel built into it, so I can take that out and use it. Very utilitarian knife, not so much for knife fighting out there in the wilds of America. Moving over, Safariland mounting system with a leg strap. I don't have a holster in this right now. It's on order. I'm ordering another Safariland. They take forever when you order a holster for them. But it's got that fork system, so I can swap holsters back and forth from my minimalist one to this as needed for right now until I get a second holster where I won't have to swap as much because each belt will have its own holster. But this one works great. I have a little padding on the inside so it doesn't like rub my leg too hard. And then the thigh strap, of course, keeps it from bouncing around when I'm running. Cobra buckle, just like the other one. And that gives me a little peace of mind knowing that this thing isn't just going to rip or fly off my body. Or if I need it to bear some serious weight, like the weight of my body, it can do that. So this is my heavy-duty field belt. A lot more capability in this one. Can use it for a little bit more sustainment if I integrated it with a backpack, chest rig, that sort of thing. A little bit more prioritizing the rifle instead of the pistol. All right, guys, belt setups. Again, very, very personal for each individual. It's not something you just want to copy and say, oh, this will work for me. If you copied someone's belt and it's a good belt, more than likely it'll get the job done. But who knows, you know, some people need all sorts of things. Certain medical items they might need, or they have certain body types, body shapes. Again, it's very personal, the belt. I think belts are important. If you don't have one, you should definitely get a battle belt setup, especially in this day and age. I wouldn't prioritize it over a chest rig, and that's entirely another video. I think chest rigs should be your first purchase, let's put it that way, if you're trying to get field ready. And there's a number of reasons for that. But if you can do both, definitely do both. Belt is a great asset. And if you're not going to carry the essentials up top, you're going to need to carry them on your waistline. So one or the other. I would just prioritize the chest rig, but belts can be equally as important, if not more important, depending on, again, what you need. So belt setups, jump down in the comments, let me know what you think. Let me know what belt companies you guys have used. There's a lot of good ones out there. Talk amongst yourself. I know some of these guys in the comments probably need help or direction. Just want to make sure everyone gets squared away, gets what they need, right? Guys, thanks for watching. Really appreciate all the support. WiseManCompany.com, that is the best way to support us. A lot of great gear. Some of the gear which you saw today is sold over there. WiseManCompany.com supports us directly. We really appreciate that support. It makes the world go round for us. So thank you. We'll see you on the next video.